Hello again. Today we're going to get real. I'm going to talk about the relapse that I'm currently in the midst of. That's right. I've been in a relapse for about 2 months. I'm going to talk about how this video is going to save my life and how it could possibly save yours or a loved one. Right here, and then came Sober James. Now, you may be saying to yourself, this guy's supposed to be sober, this guy's supposed to be the pinnacle of wisdom, experience, strength, and hope. Well, where I haven't drank alcohol, my drug of choice, in about 3.5 years, I've been experiencing telltale signs of a pending physical relapse. So I'm going to talk about it in this video. But first, if you're new here, my name is James. I am a grateful, recovering addict and alcoholic. I drank and used for 2 decades, and I've been recovering for 3.5 years. I post a video here on this channel to help all of us survive this jungle of addiction. Feel free to subscribe, comment, share your experience, strength, and hope, and share the video to get it out there. Now let's talk about my relapse. I posted a video on relapse prevention a while back, and it discussed emotional, mental, and physical relapse. I have scaled the first 2 these past couple months, and I'm approaching the 3rd and devastating phase, the physical. I'm making this video to save my own life, to hold myself accountable, to tell on myself, because this is fortunately the first time that I have gotten in front of the actual physical part. I've called my sponsor, I've talked to various friends and family, and now I'm talking to you. We're going to explore why I consider this a relapse and what I'm going to do about it. I hope you all are doing well out there. I'll just jump right into it. First and foremost, there's been some cold hard facts that I've had to acknowledge. Let's just run them down. Cold hard fact number 1, for the past 2 months I've been avoiding meetings and avoiding these videos. You may have noticed that I haven't been doing my usual weekly video, and it's because I've been suffering. Whether it's shame, guilt, all the feelings we go through when we fall, I haven't felt worthy of talking about sobriety because I haven't been sober. Let's talk about how I haven't been sober. Now, I haven't drank in 3.5 years. However, on a whim at a gas station, I picked up my old friend nicotine. I've also been... Yesterday I had back surgery. I had a microdiscectomy. I haven't been working for damn near a year because I tried to go back to work and it hurt so badly. I have a herniated disc and a bulging disc. This is a ice pack that is now a hot pack because I've had it on my back for about 30 minutes now and it's no longer cold, but I can't take this brace off. Anywho, I went and got that surgery yesterday, and where I told them I can't have narcotics because I am in recovery, I told them multiple times, and I thought that was that. However, when I got there, nobody seemed to remember or even pay attention, and since I've been in a restless, irritable, and discontent state of a little less than sober mentally and emotionally, I didn't stop them when they said they were gonna give me Dilaudid, which is another old friend of mine. It's a very powerful synthetic narcotic or intravenous super high, and I didn't stop them. And as soon as it entered my bloodstream yesterday before the surgery, I felt so good and so relieved of my irritability and discontentment that I literally said to myself, I'm gonna get high. I've been missing this. So I consider that a relapse. Fortunately, I've crashed so many times to rock bottom that I can recognize its pending arrival. And fortunately, this time, it ain't happening. And let's talk about it. So I've been avoiding meetings. Meeting makers make it, NA meetings, AA meetings, whatever you gotta do, you gotta have a support group. I've been avoiding them. I wanna reach out to, if you're in my home group and you watch these videos, I'm sorry. I've been in my addict brain and I've been avoiding them. I'm coming Monday and I'm coming Thursday. Cold hard fact number 2, I've been increasingly restless, irritable, and discontent. This is the baseline state for the addict when we are not drinking and using. If we are not self-medicating, we are restless, irritable, and discontent. This has been my ongoing, continuous mood for a while now, about 2 months. Number 3, I've not been working for nearly a year, and one of the things I learned in rehab 3 years ago was the 7 areas we have to balance in life. Physical, mental, emotional, social, things of this. I figured out that I had 5 of them down and always have, but 2 of them I wasn't practicing, and that led to my last relapse. Those 2 were independence and something to wake up for. Essentially, I was living at my dad's, so I wasn't independent. I was codependent, and I didn't have a job. I was going to school on the post 9/11 GI Bill, and I was just lounging around. I had gotten into various substances and relapsed on alcohol multiple times, and I didn't have something to wake up for, no commitment, no job. So when I got out of rehab, I got a job and I committed to it. Been there for 3 years, hurt my back, I haven't been working, and I've been slipping back into my old behaviors, my old ways, my old negative ways of thinking, and this is green tea, by the way. However, this is Norcon, or it is hydrocodone. They gave me this yesterday, and I didn't stop them. This is one of the reasons I'm making this video, is because I consider that a failure in my resistance. I'm not spiritually fit. I have no defense against picking up. They said, we're prescribing you narcotics, and I said, when and where. And I got them, and I've been having trouble taking them as prescribed. This back injury, the surgery was very painful, and last night was my first night with a narcotic in my house, and my willpower is not enough because of my current state, not going to meetings, being other things that I've noticed. Cold hard fact number 4, more and more old behaviors are manifesting. I put in parentheses, rock and roll. But what I mean by that is I get an anarchist kind of hip hop, rock and roll kind of let's rock and F the world, let's do this damn thing and party out and be reckless and irresponsible and just fun and selfish. And I've been noticing those behaviors coming back. I recently, for the past 5 or 6 months, have been in a relationship with a girl, a very nice girl who wants the good things of life with me. And I'm lucky enough to have that. However, I trashed it. I recently said, you know what? I don't want to do any of that, and I cast her away. I hurt her with some words, and I broke it off. It was a commitment. It was, I subconsciously felt this relapse coming, and it's sick. We will prepare. It's like an automatic robot in our minds, just start preparing for this relapse that's to come. Now, I've achieved relationships and material things, the job, I got a new truck, I got a house, and I've achieved all these things. These will all, and I've seen it happen before in my life, these will all disappear astonishingly quickly once the physical relapse happens, and it will not happen. I am bound and determined with this video and with the connections that I've been making and the preemptive steps, it's not going to happen. It's not going to happen this time, but to be honest, it has been happening very, very slick. It has slipped into my life in ways I didn't even recognize until you have the experience of past relapses. You don't even recognize these things. Some of them, shopping. I've been running up credit cards with material items, the new truck, the new shotgun, these curtains. You may have noticed this is a new room in my house. I fixed it up where, and I've just been spending recklessly and being impulsive, buying nicotine, dumping my girlfriend, doing very selfish things. These old behaviors are manifesting, and this is a sign to me that whereas in the past I failed to recognize them in time, they inevitably led to a physical relapse. And when that happens, life is over. I either die, go to jail, or an institution, hospital, very bad things. So, cold hard fact number 5, running up credit card debt with material things. This has been disgusting. I'm spending money I don't even have, trying to fill a void, this restless, irritable, and discontent. I'm trying to fill that with, I have a TV in my garage in a box and a mount I want to put up in this room, and I've had it for a week or two now. I got items that I don't even know what to do with. So that was a bad sign to me, and it's overindulgence, impulsive overindulgence, self-gratifying, instant gratifying behavior. And this is very dangerous to me and to all addicts, in my opinion. It is essential and very important that we recognize these things as a pending relapse. Like for real, for real. That girl I was talking about, she's coming over because she's a sweetheart. She is just more than words can say. And you know what? It's about damn time I do something wholesome and something good and commit to a life that I believe subconsciously I'm afraid that there's relapses in the future. It used to be worse. I used to not even, my dad even pointed out that he would observe that I don't even act like I think I have a future. And looking back, it was true. I didn't believe that there would be any life without, I couldn't make plans because who knows if I would have been drunk or, in jail or where I was going to be. In sobriety, I've made plans. I've bought a house. I have, made commitments, a job, a girlfriend. I'm trying. However, recently I've been sick with the things that we're discussing. And this back surgery was a very close call with powerful narcotics. And fortunately, this hydrocodone isn't my drug of choice. I don't like the high. It doesn't make me want to take more. But it doesn't matter because I just figure maybe another one will do. Maybe another one will do the trick. And it's just very scary. And I thank you all for being here for me to just be able to give to you what I'm going through and be able to tell on myself. And feel free to scroll all the way down and comment and share your experience with this. Are you able to see relapse coming? Do you know when you're in trouble? I used to not. This is fairly new to me. Preemptively getting in front of this diabolical, physical relapse. Cold hard fact number 6: dishonest and hurtful to loved ones. My dad took me to my surgery yesterday, and I had he knows that I told the staff, I told the doctor that you can't prescribe me narcotics. I am an addict in recovery, and I do not trust myself at home with narcotics or anything mind-altering. It doesn't matter how spiritually fit I am or how strong my willpower is, my illusion that it is. It doesn't matter. I don't want to. In my opinion, you have to attack addiction on as many or more fronts than it attacks you. And one of those ways that I use is I don't put myself in a situation where even 1 millisecond of weakness could have me popping a pill or 5. And so I told the staff. My dad knows that I told the staff that I can't have narcotics. Now, this particular staff, some just prescribing for me anyway. And I had told them that during the surgery I can get painkillers under their supervision, narcotics and anesthesia and things of that nature. But little did I know that I don't have the power to make that decision. As soon as that Dilaudid hit my veins, I literally, the dialogue in my brain was, I'm gonna start getting high again. This feels incredible. The restlessness, the uncertainty, the uncomfortability that I have been experiencing these past few months, it just went away, and I just felt amazing. And it was all over. And last night when I was having trouble with narcotics in my house, I decided to make this video. I wasn't ready to make the video. I haven't shaved. I stopped making excuses. I stopped saying the room isn't ready. They're not going to support me anymore because I'm a weakling, I'm a relapse, I'm a derelict or whatever. None of that's true. The fact is we're all addicts and we all go through this. And I want you to be able to relate to what I'm going through, and I want you to see that holding ourselves accountable, telling on ourselves honesty, the truth can set you free and save our lives. This is all the truth. I'm going to try and go right through and not edit a lot of this. Try not to say too many times, and but I'm not trying to be charismatic, likable, and I'm not trying to sell anything in this video. This is the most important video to date that I put on this channel. I am currently in the midst of a relapse. If you haven't seen my relapse video, I put a video of relapse. I'll link it up in the lowercase I up here, down in the description at the end of the video. It's a relapse prevention video, and I discuss the mental, emotional, and physical stages of relapse. And I have ticked off all of those. One of the things I talk about is how if you notice yourself being dishonest, that is denial manifesting. If you notice yourself being irritable, these are all symptoms that you want to self-medicate, that you're approaching subconsciously and very cunningly. It's sneaking up on you. And I want to demonstrate through this video how it's not going to sneak up on us. We are going to bring awareness to the corners and the shadows of our minds and subconscious, and this evil, baffling disease of addiction, this mental, we can beat it. Cold hard fact number 7, breakup non-committal. I broke up with this girl, just loves me, adores me, wants to do everything for me, and she happens to want kids, and I am afraid that I am so restless, irritable, and discontent. I am afraid that once that kid arrives on the scene, I am gonna be just a angry monster, and I'm having trouble committing to it. However, it's complicated. It's always complicated. And we as addicts, we make things complicated where it could be simple. And the simple fact of the matter is, this girl wants beautiful things that who knows why we do what we do. It's a baffling, powerful disease, and it's confusing and mysterious, but shit happens. But as far as this relapse goes, I have not yet physically relapsed, other than the nicotine and the maybe one hydrocodone too many, and you know, the shopping spree with money I don't even have, and the gluttonous ways that I've been noticing, and selfish, and treating others with disrespect and not the importance and due that they deserve. So bottom line, I feel sick. Addiction is a condition that the using and drinking is only a symptom. I'm sure you've heard this before. It's only a symptom of the bigger problem, and the bigger problem is self. And I have been self-absorbed lately. I haven't been thinking about you guys out there. I haven't been thinking about my girlfriend, my dad, my family, my friends. I haven't been thinking about any of that. I have become more and more self-absorbed, and it's getting dangerous, because there's one thing I've noticed is that I've never drank or used for anybody else. It is one of the most selfish acts next to suicide that a human being can do, is get intoxicated. I don't do it for my next door neighbor. I don't do it for the church, the children. I don't do it for my significant other. I do it for me. And I've heard it said that suicide is the most selfish act a human being can do. And addiction, using like we used, using like I used, drinking like I used, that is suicide. I mean, it was slow suicide. And I'm not going back there. I am not going back there. And I made this video because I would like you all to be able to recognize the addiction is not just about using and drinking. Addiction it hits all fronts: mental, physical, emotional, social, all of it. And all of that happens before the actual physical picking up. And thank God I am able to get in front of it this time. I have come really far in life, in sobriety. I owe it all to sobriety. I'm sure you've heard it before. Anything you put before your sobriety, you will lose. Well, this is the longest I've been sober in 2 decades, more than 2 decades. And I have accumulated some of the most valuable success symbols of life: relationships, affection, connections, friends, a community in AA and NA, material things like a dwelling that I can call my own, security, financial security, a job. I've accumulated all these things, and I have seen it happen countless times before in my own life and in the life of others. When I use, they disappear at an astonishing rate. So this, like I said, is a very important video to me. This has to be addressed. The fact that and it almost got to me. It almost snuck up on me, and I have almost relapsed physically. I'm hoping that this discussion will open a dialogue in your own minds, to where you can save yourself from this beast of destruction, because it will demolish me, this addict I know. So I'm going to reconnect with my girlfriend. I'm going to reconnect with AA. My home group hasn't seen me. Like I said, if you're watching, members of my home group, I'm sorry, but here I come. I'm coming back. Well, that's about all I got, and please scroll all the way down to the bottom if you're on your phone to comment. Let me know what you think. How are you feeling out there? What do you think of all of this? Relapse can happen on a lot of fronts. So I hope this helps give you some insight into yourself or your loved ones. Hit that subscribe button and hit that bell. It is great to hear your comments, your experience. Getting this message out there helps me. So I appreciate you all letting me do this. And that's that. If you too feel restless, irritable, and discontent, reach out, ask somebody, connect with healthy relationships, We have to tell on ourselves, the truth will set us free, the truth will save our life. And I'm gonna get back to doing the damn thing, and you as well. Keep it clean, keep it real, and if you haven't been doing the damn thing like I haven't, let's get back to doing the damn thing. All right, cool, I'll see you next time.